Hey folks, this is Dan O'Sullivan with your Bucks Island Area Fishing Report for Saturday, November the 7th, presented by Mercury. Hey, it's after Fish Fest. We wanted to thank all of you for spending the time with us. Hopefully here, this report will help you catch a few more fish. But again, thanks for spending some time with us here and during our virtual Fish Fest. Good morning, everyone. This is Dan O'Sullivan with your Bucks Island Area Fishing Report, presented by Mercury for Saturday, November the 7th. Hey, we're going to get up there to Weiss Lake with our good friend Lee Pitts. Lee, the crappie king of Weiss Lake. Tell me what's going on your lake.
Man, things are picking up around the lake. It's some of the stains getting on out of there, and the temperature's getting right, and we're starting to catch some fish.
So let's start with the bass fishing real quick. What are you looking at up there? Are they shallow?
The fish are shallow. Had a lot of sunshine, so the fish are really getting around these rocks. Some of your lay downs in shallow water, the backs of these creeks. Had a lot of guys talking about catching fish on topwater this week too. Big spooks, buzz baits, something like that. Some guys throwing whopper ploppers. So fish are starting to get aggressive and wanting to chase a little bit.
Well, another topic close to your heart is crappie fishing. Tell me about the crappie fishing at Weiss.
Crappie's getting better. It's still, it's getting cooler now. Things are picking up. They've slowed that water down a little bit so we can get back out there on the main creek ledges and drop minnows down to them. We're still, a lot of times you get around that wood cover. I like dropping those big Bobby Garland with a 16th or even doubling up and dropping them down there, baby shads, slab slayers, things like that. Something that you can, got a little tight wobble to it, and you can just shake it over those stumps.
Sounds like someone can make themselves a crappie sandwich if they go fishing enough. Well, let's turn to Neely Henry. What are you hearing out of Neely Henry these days?
Neely still, like I said, got a lot of water coming through it and still some stain there, but they're catching them on square bills. I talked to a couple of buddies of mine down there, and they went and some of these little eddy spots, throwing a blade on them. They're downsizing the spinner baits. White chartreuse spinner baits, gold blades, catching some fish on it, and then just kind of mixing up those square bills and knocking them around some of the harder bottoms, looking for a little bit of gravel, especially, around these bridges and some of the shallower areas that's got some rock in it, catching fish doing that too. Catching some big spots down there right now. We got the water moving, so if you can get into them, there's some good fish to be caught on Neely right now.
Well, it's always fun to get down there and get into those big spotted bass. Are we still finding those shallow, or are they kind of off the bars?
Still shallow. The bait's up shallow, and even some right there off the river. If you can find those hard bottoms that come off those long tapering points, and especially if it's got a little bit of current coming off the end of it, those spots, man, that's places they love to ambush, and they get with it. So you can get out and run up and down that river and catch some of those old big Coosa spots out there right now and have a good time doing it.
Well, Lee, as always, we appreciate it. Love hearing you on our Bucks Island Area Fishing Report. Thanks for spending time with us today.
Thank you, guys. Y'all have a good weekend.
Good morning, everyone. This is Dan O'Sullivan with your Bucks Island Area Fishing Report for Saturday, November the 7th. Hey, let's check in with Josh Herron, our friend down there from Reaction Innovations. Josh, what's going on Logan Martin these days?
Man, the water shot back up over this weekend, but it's still on the winter drawdown. Fish actually bit really good this weekend. But, it's kind of traditional with rising water on Logan Martin. Fish really like to crawl up on the bank, and that's really going to be shining this weekend.
What kind of things did you do to catch them, and how many did you catch?
Spinner baits worked really good. Shallow running crankbaits, square bills, stuff like that. It's just put your motor on high and kind of go deal. But, you can catch 20 to 30 a day. No guarantees on any big ones, but, there's definitely fish to be caught. And it's only going to get better.
Yeah, sounds like somebody can just go out to Logan Martin and have a lot of fun. What areas of the lake should they look at?
Anywhere down around the park area is still pretty good. Mid-lake
area. It's got plenty of current still?
They're slowing it down a little bit.
Plenty of current going through the system?
Yeah, it slowed down a lot from Saturday. I think today they're supposed to turn on 1 at noon, 1 at noon and 2 at 2. So they're going to go back to their later in the afternoon generation schedule.
Gotcha. So I'm assuming that the current's going to continue on through into Lay Lake. So what's happening down there at Lay?
Man, Lay's still off. Logan really, it starts to shine the middle of November, and my favorite month to fish Logan Martin is actually December. Lay Lake, it's not really following suit. 12 to 13 pounds is still actually a good day on Lay Lake. I think it took 16 pounds to win down there this weekend, but it fell off really quickly. So it's still kind of a struggle down there right now. I don't actually have a good grasp on it myself.
Well, that's part of the fun of fishing, is getting out there and kind of figuring it out, putting the pieces of the puzzle together. Where would you start if you were going to go to Lay right now?
Probably the Mid Lake area, Mid Lake to the north section of the south end would probably be my primary place I would look for, because that's the main area of the lake that you can actually target spotted bass and largemouth most consistently. That's kind of the area of the river where they really mix. So that's where I would look towards.
Is it something that the fish still haven't quite left their summer pattern? Look at the points still and maybe just inside of those?
No, I think the fish have definitely left their summer pattern. I think the fish are on the insane amount of bait that we have in the Coosa River right now, and it's everywhere. It's in every creek. It's all over the river. I mean, it is everywhere, and that's kind of the problem.
Well, Josh, as always, we appreciate you spending some time with us on our Bucks Island Area Fishing Report.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. This is Dan O'Sullivan with your Bucks Island Area Fishing Report for Saturday, November the 7th, presented by Mercury. We're going to head up to Guntersville this morning, as we do every week, with Tom Ott, our friend from up there. Tom, tell us what's happening at Lake Guntersville.
Well, hey, Dano, how's everything going today? I'm telling you, what a week of weather it makes, I guess. We got some cold snap in last weekend. It really turned the fishing around for us. So, we were seeing some water temps in the mid 60s. This weekend, we're looking at some stable temperatures. We've just had a few days of that cold morning. So the bite really turned on for us. We're starting to see those fish really make that push into the larger bays, the creeks, that kind of thing. So we're still focusing in that 4 to 10 foot range around those grass edges. You got to keep your trolling motor down. You got to keep it running. Stay off the spot lock a little while, but make a lot of casts. And I mean, they're really out there eating right now.
So it's a matter of trying to locate and find the fish, and kind of, you're not able to find pods of fish yet. They haven't done that winter thing where they've started to settle up into the ditches and the drains and things like that.
Absolutely not, but they're definitely feeding hard on these big balls of shad that are moving up in the shallows a little bit. Are coming out of the shallows. So I'm looking at like I said, the mouths of bays, your deeper creeks, and around those grass edges in the 4 to 10 foot range. But once you get on a few, it seems like you'll catch quite a few in a quick little spurt, and then it'll go dry for a while, and then you'll run into them again. So you just got to keep working at it. But the bite is getting stronger. We're starting to see a better quality of fish come on. So I think that's just going to be the start of our winter feed on Guntersville for sure.
So tell me what techniques are working for you up there right now. You're saying you're around grass. What kind of things are you able to fish?
I like to throw a square bill, like to rip it through that grass a lot. And even some smaller blade baits are working right now too. Your A-rigs, definitely in the deeper water, spinner baits, chatter baits, all those bait imitating type things. I even saw some swim jig bite that's coming on. So, and that's kind of sporadic, but definitely can produce a larger fish when you need a kicker.
Well, that's always fun to be able to move and cover water. You never know when you're going to run into a true Guntersville giant up there. And that's one of those things that you always look forward to. Are you seeing the quality too?
Well, it's definitely picking up, It's not where it should be, but it's definitely picking up. I mean, it's not going to be your January, February type quality when we see some double digits up here, but it's definitely getting there.
Well, that's always something to look forward to. And Tom, thanks for spending some time with us on our Bucks Island Area Fishing Report this morning.
Can't wait to talk to you guys next week.
Thanks, buddy. Well, that'll do it for our Bucks Island Area Fishing Report presented by Mercury for Saturday, November the 7th. Thanks for spending some time with us as always. And if you really want to be notified when we do these things, make sure to hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. That way you'll be notified when everything comes live.